after hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, well, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries, right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. Because those Giants shocked the Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. Escapes a defender. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs, and it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
Going play action, May. Tried coming out throwing, but a defender there to stop it. It's going to be second down as they knock it away. And it's taking chances like that help make them a postseason team, Brock. They're going to need to connect on at least a couple of those in this game.
Exactly. These are the types of plays we expect from every team in the postseason, right? Well-timed risks and an aggressive mindset that reflects, well, the stakes of each and every game.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ball game.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. May's going to take it himself. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's May. Has it downfield, working the left. And they drop him right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to. and keep them from piling on those yards.
On the draw, this is Henderson. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he has it in the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming, allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Borregales on to send it away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. But I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid and you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
Finds the in route complete. This gets forward to around the 29. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Darnold with a quick bounce out wide. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. We're back with the NFL on EA Sports. Still early in this one as we pick up the action here in the first quarter. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's going to be 4th and short. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. New England taking the field. Its 2nd series of the game coming up. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Here's May on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable, and create space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They give now to Henderson. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Trying to sneak May. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hoped that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this, when that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players too.
First and 10, Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A gain of 15 there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 7-0 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They've got it first to begin the frame. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. A give up the gut to Walker. And they will face a 3rd down here, Brock, but not by much. Good effort to challenge for it. He reaches the 43.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, Walker. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. Trying for it, it's Walker. And forget the marker, Brock. He's not even making it back to the line. They're turning this over on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
The Patriots offense all set to go. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. May now from the gun. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, You really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to the air, it's May. He'll get it complete to Travion Henderson. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
May now on third down. Finds his man over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First down from the 42. Throwing again, it's May. Hits him on the in route. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on second down. This will be caught once again by Diggs. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Here we go.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff headed left. Henderson dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. From the gun, it's May. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete, and maybe worse, Brock, it's going to bring up 4th down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Borregales connects. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, so he's just going to hurl this one away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled for no gain. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The New England offense running out now. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Here's May. He'll drop this to Henderson underneath. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's May to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the... Welcome back, everyone, to the NFL on EA Sports. We'll pick up the action back in the 2nd quarter. To the air on 1st down, May. Finds him over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. To the air yet again, May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Now it's Andres Borregales to try the Patriots field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Borregales connects, and they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile till they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3 of the Super Bowl is underway. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Escapes a defender. And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They'll take that every time. Great field position to begin this drive. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. Their defense has really kept them in this game. Now it's time for this offense to start putting up some points. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. He finds Smith-Njigba right side. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Walker now from the gun. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Harold Landry making the tackle.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. From the gun, Darnold. He's got Smith-Njigba for the catch. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He's going to keep it this time.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Motioning the tight end now. This is Walker on second. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. He's making a bid for it. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Here we go. Let's go. Now you're gonna go. Let's go. Let's go.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and goal. Here's Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Here's second and goal from the 6. They kick the running back in motion. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play's going to force third and goal. Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slant, weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do, you hope to find that connection, but the contact knocked that sucker away.
On third and goal, Darnold. And that is incomplete. They tried for the end zone, but no luck yet, Brock. That forces fourth and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on fourth down. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And their opening drive does something they couldn't do in the first half, partner. Gets them on the scoreboard.
Nice to pay off any drive with some points and able to trim the lead slightly there the first time out in the second half. And even if they can't get into pole position, they just want to keep this thing close.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The New England offense running out now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. New England bringing the offense to the line. First and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is second and 4. Operating from the gun, here's May. He'll get this to Henry. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. Third down coming up.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Henderson's going to get it on third down. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Here's May on 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Hard to believe, but just one quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. The Patriots have the ball and the lead, seeking a record-setting 7th title. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 7 yards on that pickup. Man, that's a New England 1st down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Man in motion, out of the slot. 1st down, May. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
2nd and 6 coming up here. It's Henderson on the give. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
May now on 3rd down. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
A gain of 15 there. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
A handoff for Henderson, running left. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Henderson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll throw 3rd and long. That one complete to Diggs. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. May's going to take it himself. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. The give now to Henderson. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
Well, Kate, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Trying to sneak May. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Patriots with a 10-point advantage. Well, I guess 3 isn't enough to pad the lead. They're pulling out all the stops. It's 4th and goal. Running for it, it's Henderson. And he gets in, touchdown! The Patriots can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
Borregales on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots take a 3-possession lead. Now Borregales on to send it away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith-Njigba. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Smith-Njigba there to grab it. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Darnold looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. Finds a little room there, gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
2nd down now, they need 7. And again, it's Darnold. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. They'll air it out on third. Connection made to Shaheed. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. Varner with the grab. And they bring him down around the 34.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Throwing here, Darnold. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots to the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. And it's history for the New England Patriots as they become the first franchise in NFL history to win 7 Super Bowl championships. Well, Brock, we've been lucky enough to call a bunch of these now, and we see so much history made in every Super Bowl, but this one comes a little extra. They are the first team to win 7 titles, and it could be years, maybe even a decade or two, until we see somebody match the level of success that they have had since this franchise joined the NFL.
Yeah, you know, Kate, in the time it takes somebody else to reach 7 Super Bowl wins, who knows? This team